the
shot.
Fine. So
Right.
if you have a superstar that's willing to like work that out, then yeah, he should. That's fine.
And Kristaps would be perfect for that because he knows that he's not. He knows that if Jimmy Butler's on that team, it will be easy for him to maybe it will be a good break for him. Maybe he wants that to happen. Okay, I can stop carrying this team on my back to nowhere.
Yeah.
So I don't know. If we're talking about, where's the best place for Jimmy Butler? Probably the Knicks, because you have at least a shot. Because you can't have the best of both worlds. You can't be the only best player on the team, the only good player on that team, and also get a championship for yourself. Let's be honest. LeBron James almost did that, but didn't. So if LeBron James can't do it, and you need help. You have to have help on a basketball team. Basketball is a team sport. So, obviously, being the best player on a team and solidifying Jimmy Butler's legacy is more important for him than getting a championship with even one more star.
Which I think is... I have respect for that. I mean, you're looking at a league full of ring chasers at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So to have a guy who's not
It's surprising.
focused on
It's
that,
just surprising.
it's
right?
refreshing, I would say. It's nice.
And, being with the company of, like AI, Allen Iverson, people like that.
Charles Barkley, guys who just had great careers but didn't win a ring.
And we still talk about them all the time.
Yeah.
We mention AI at least once, like almost every
T-Mac.
T-Mac.
Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, yeah. I mean, Jimmy Butler.
I think we should wrap up the Jimmy Butler segment with this final question. Where do you see him going?
It's really not the ball's not in his court, so to speak.
Yeah.
So
where do you think he'll end up? Not where he should, but where do you think he'll end up? Because we've made it pretty clear that you think he should go to the Knicks.
Right.
But where do you think he will actually go?
The Timberwolves have really nothing to lose. It was a trial, right? So, like, they can ship him out. Obviously, didn't work. They still have a nice core. So, to them, all it matters, I think, is getting a good, decent bench, like, in return, because it's a trade. Okay. Because, and also, like, you don't want to have that, bad press with Jimmy. Just let him leave.
Okay.
Get back whatever you can.
Yeah.
In that case, maybe Brooklyn, Spencer Dinwiddie, maybe they could, I don't know, maybe they can get that. It's really, I really don't know what the Timberwolves are looking for. I would look for, decent bench slots to fill alongside Jamal Crawford. I just feel, New York, you're really not going to get anything there. The only thing I could maybe see is the Brooklyn Nets with Spencer Dinwiddie, who is starting to be good. But even then, like, I don't think Brooklyn is willing to give Spencer Dinwiddie up to get Jimmy Butler. They'd rather keep that. So I really don't know how that's going to work out. And do you have any idea?
Okay, so I'm thinking if you're dealing a superstar, most likely you're looking for compensation, but you're also looking for draft picks. And the Nets
That's true.
have been sucked dry before
Right.
in terms of draft picks. So I don't know the current situation, but I guarantee you they've got a pretty high draft pick coming in the next class.
Yeah.
So I think that...
No, but I mean, they would be dumb to do that. To, like...
throw away the future, you think?
Throw it in the... Yeah, exactly. Because if they give them Jimmy Butler, then they probably won't get a very good draft pick. Because Jimmy Butler and Spencer Dinwiddie could probably get them to a good amount of wins.
If he goes there, you're looking D'Angelo Russell at the 1, Dinwiddie 2, probably Jimmy Butler 3. Just
trade D'Angelo Russell. Right?
I
don't know.
I don't know if the Timberwolves really want him, but
We'll see. We'll see what Tibbs will do.
That's also, I think, could be another reason for him wanting out. He didn't get along with Tibbs.
Kind of done with, like, this Timberwolves thing. Like,
I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like him one bit.
Yep.
Alright, moving on.
Wait, can I say one last thing?
No one's gonna stop you.
I think that Tom Thibodeau has only found, like, he's only found success with this one core group of guys, and he can only work with those core group of guys, and he thinks that they respect him, which they probably do, But I feel like Jimmy Butler is just kind of done with that. All right, I'm done. Moving on.
Our final topic of the day: NBA expected rule changes. John, you want to take the lead on this segment?
Yeah. Shout out to Adrian Wojnarowski. Would actually like to have you on the show. That would be super dope. We just wanted to react to these 3 things that we saw on his Twitter account a few weeks ago. We're a little bit late anyway. Number 1 on the list. Resetting the shot clock to only 14 seconds after an offensive rebound. I like that. I don't know. I think maybe it wasn't too necessary, but if we're talking about we want to make the game faster, and we'll get into that a little bit more into this next rule change, but making the game faster, making it feel, because whenever this reset, whenever they get an offensive rebound, taking it out to reset kind of takes out of the explosiveness of, we want to see more fast breaks. We want to see, because in the end, that all correlates back to, teams wanting to play good defense because they can get easy points on the other end. So if we want to see a higher defensive league, as well as a more fast-paced game, because we're sitting there for 2.5 hours, right? Commercials, timeouts. We don't want to be seeing these resets all the time. Calling the reset play, right? Everybody go back to their position. I want to see maybe that will also spark an interest in getting the ball back to the bigs, because with a short amount of time, you don't want to be trying to find an open shot. If you get it to the bigs, they back them down and put it up. Maybe the bigs can be revived this way. We talk about this so much. But yeah, I don't know. What do you say about this?
I don't really have a preference. I feel like 24 seconds is enough time. I feel 14 seconds is enough time. Honestly, ideally you get an offensive rebound, you put it back up immediately under the basket, so you don't need 24 seconds for that. But at the same time, I feel like if you're towards the end of the game, right, and you chuck up a shot, and you're just trying to kill clock, the 24-second offensive rebound works more in your favor. So, for that sense, I don't know. I don't really care. I feel like it could go either way. It's an interesting idea. I don't know how much it will speed up the game necessarily.
We'll see, though. We'll see.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility.
Next one on the list, simplifying the clear path rule. Now, the clear path foul has been something super controversial. For those of you who don't, read the books, it's basically someone is usually on a fast break, and the defender fouls a player who has a clear path to the basket, and that's highly illegal because they had a clear shot and you stripped it away from them. So and there's been a lot of controversy surrounding this in the middle of games, referees not knowing what to call, sometimes calling the wrong thing. So simplifying it, making it into a more understandable rule. That's what they mean by simplifying it. There's really not much to go with it. I mean, intentional fouls, that's so dumb. A foul is an illegal play. And if you're intentionally doing something illegal, just to stop the game, it's not playing the game.
Yeah.
So I like it. And maybe even up the consequence for it. Teams shouldn't be rewarded for stopping the clock like that. That's dumb. It could. Maybe they don't do it dangerously, but it could be dangerous.
The current penalty is what? A technical free throw and possession?
Probably. I don't understand how that's not enough for someone not to do it. Yeah. That goes more in the way of
the hack a Shaq kind of rule.
Yeah, but yeah. And our last one is expanding the definition of a hostile act. I'm also all for this. I want to see Draymond Green kicking any nuts, any.
Well, I wonder who you're a fan of.
Because the hack-a-shacks and all this, hostile play. Whenever LeBron goes up for a layup, he gets, damn near choked up at the rim. That's not okay. You're not playing the game, and that's not safe, and that's just simply not a way you play the game of basketball. And it kind of makes the game dirty. Yeah. Basketball is supposed to be fluid, and, everybody has respect for each other in the end. So why, hurt each other on the way up? Yeah. I understand, a little physical contact, that's the game. but not hostile acts like, flopping and kicking people in the balls. I mean, what you gonna... I just... Draymond Green is a hostile player. He's a good player, he's just hostile. But, yeah. Anything else you'd like to add, Adam?
In terms of the hostile act, I feel like it's necessary. You're getting to it in a day and age where medicine is advanced. We know the effects that collisions have on our bodies and our minds. And anything to protect the players more. Like you said, like players going up and coming down harder than they have. Well, not necessarily harder, but it's some
new creative thinking of how to stop the basketball.
Exactly, but I mean, like you look at last year or 2 years ago, I believe it was, where Robertson got flipped on his back and grew some injury. Paul George, obviously, with that injury a couple years ago.
Right, that wasn't a hostile act. But
we're talking about like fear attacking the basket, right? Mm-hmm. Because of the hostile acts.
Yeah,
or just in general, right? Like, players fighting, whatever. You understand that, but. Yeah, I feel like if you can find a way to make the game safer in any sense, not only do you attract more fans and stuff like that, but I feel like it's overall just better for the game.
I'm surprised the NBA hasn't done anything about it before because, I mean, these are their players, these franchise players, these big names that we're talking about, and I'm surprised they haven't tried to, protect them before, but I'm glad this is going into place. Overall, these rule changes... They either don't really affect the game too much, or they affect it in a very positive way, I hope. But yeah, that's going to be it for us today. We took a little break, but we're back now, trying to get on that grind, and the NBA season starts in a few weeks. So we'll be having some coverage on that. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, actually, everybody. And hit us up on Twitter at OfferTable with any ideas you might have.
Or any thoughts on what we've discussed today.
Yep, I'm Adam.
You wish you were Adam. I'm Adam. That's
I'm John.
We'll see
We're
ya.
out.